Good afternoon, guys. I know I've been really behind on things lately. I was trying to take a couple of days easy last week, and well, I was just making more and more excuses not to do things. So, alas, here I am, without my little phone stand, but doing my little video. One of the things we hear often, seems to be one of my opening phrases for these videos, is what should I be able to do in the gym? What are the basic exercises I should be able to do? Now, some people will say you should be able to deadlift, double your body weight. You should be able to bench press your body weight 5 times. That's the athlete standard. You should be able to do this. You should be able to do that. Now, that's fine for an active sporting individual, provided it's in line with their sports. However, maybe we're a bit more relaxed, or maybe we just believe in a slightly different standard. I believe everyone should be able to hit a few things when coming into the gym. The main objectives for us are quite simple. Number 1, be able to go on and get off the ground. Number 2, squat to a 40 centimeter box. And number 3, know some kind of a deadlift. Now, I'll elaborate a little on those. The number 1 thing is, for us, the primary concern is that people can move and people can live their life without a loss of independence. That is before everything else. There's no point in worrying about being able to do pull-ups and being able to do this and that if you're not able to get down onto the ground and get yourself back up off of it. And I don't assume everyone can do that. Okay, we've had people come into us with a variance of starting points, and I don't assume anyone is starting from a particular thing. So one of the first things we want to see is that people can get down and get off of the ground properly. And usually most people don't have a problem with that. However, I have had individuals who have. And that's fine. That's their starting point. But again, we don't assume. The second thing is being able to squat to a 40 centimeter box. Now, that might sound like gobbledygook. And you might be like, what's a squat? Why is it important? Well, very simply, if you can't squat to a 40 centimeter box, if you can't squat to a 40 centimeter platform, you are facing potentially a big loss of independence. And the simple reason is the average toilet seat is 42 centimeters high. I've measured them. That's how I found out. So squatting is the action of being able to sit down under control and get up. So if you can't get to a 40 centimeter box, that means you're at that point where you're not able to sit onto a toilet seat comfortably. Now that is a danger sign for a loss of independence. I don't care who you are or what age you are, this is kind of a priority movement. You know, you have to be able to sit down and get up. And again, not everyone can do that day one, and that's fine. But that's where you need to start to work. Okay, and the third one is then a deadlift. And a deadlift is quite simple. A deadlift is how you safely lift things off the ground. And if you want to know how effective is a deadlift, well, that is how the most powerful and strongest people in the world lift exceptionally heavy weights. It is a highly functional movement. You need to pick up a bag of potatoes. You need to pick up something off the ground. You should know how to do that effectively. It reduces the chance of you hurting your back. It reduces the chance of things going wrong in general life. It's a very basic movement. And that's kind of where we like to start with people. I mean, we can talk about different standards for different athletes. You know, often in a lot of sports, I would be saying you should be able to deadlift double your body weight or even triple depending on your weight category, depending on this, depending on this. And again, it depends on the individual. Some people, that might not be as suitable. Maybe a deadlift with a straight bar is not suitable, but some form of a hip hinge movement is in general very important for people to learn. And it's one of those things that not many people have been taught it, and it is something to work on. So those are kind of the big things we do like to work on with the gym. And when you have those things down, those are your foundational movements, for lack of a better word, then you move on to other things, like how holding a plank. I like to say it's important because it shows you how to hold your body in general in every exercise. It obviously feeds into everything like this. You can make a myriad of exercises that are all important, but those are kind of the main 3. When you can do those 3, you're out of the danger zone generally. That's not to say you're not. It's just saying the chances are that you are. but nonetheless. So those are kind of the important things to us. Maybe it was a little lower than what you expected. Maybe you expected me to be going on about higher end exercises, and we can get there with time. But there's no point talking about doing those big exercises if you can't do those very basic ones. Okay? There's nothing wrong with basics, nothing wrong with simple, just people get bored. But you know, all great athletes will tell you it's all about the fundamentals. Take care.